PHARRCAST episode 12.
Joining us this morning is Judge Villescas, Municipal Court Judge with the great city of Pharr. How are you, Judge?
Doing good. Doing good. Good morning, man.
Good morning. So before you got here, you said you were out killing time all morning.
I don't know about all morning because,
well, you did say I've been out in, I'm not going to disclose the name of the stores, but...
it was work-related, man.
Oh, work-related.
Yeah.
Don't worry. You're not going to get in trouble, Judge. You're the judge in the city. Relax.
I'm held to a higher standard, man.
Okay, well, let me rephrase that. You said that you started with a great morning, just looking forward to visiting the PHARRCAST. Does that sound better?
See, that sounds better.
I think I used the word killing, and I think that's what triggered something. I mean,
yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good.
So he's being very shy right now, but Judge is a character. Every time I approach him, he always has some crazy, unique story to share. So this is why I'm kind of like in disbelief. I mean, you have to share a story about this morning. Something happened.
No, I mean, this morning, nothing really majorly happened other than, I did go to Sam's, work-related, to try to open up an account. And the young man, a young guy, 20 years old, says, hey, your fee's going to be for the card. And I said, hey, wait a minute, what? That's double what we thought. And he says, no, sir, it says here it's this amount. And I said, no, it says here in my email, it's this amount. Eventually, he said, well, you know what, time out. I said, why don't you go get a manager or get somebody. So a young lady came over, and then the young lady said, you know what, he's right. It's only supposed to be one charge, and it's this amount.
And this is why you're the judge. What type of music do you like?
Bruce Springsteen, Simon & Garfunkel.
Oh, that's a good one.
All you got to do is look at my Spotify, man.
Okay,
All right.
Okay, so on rock, empiezo with Bruce Springsteen, Steve Winwood, Pink Floyd, Van Halen.
Óyeme.
The Animals.
El judge era rocker. What is rocker?
Fleetwood Mac, Bob Seger, obviously the Eagles, Cat Stevens. You know Cat Stevens?
Yeah, of course. Somos primos.
Well, what did he change his name to?
Peso Pluma. So, for those of you that don't really know your background, how long have you been a municipal court judge here with the city of Pharr, Judge?
Going on 3 years next month.
Oh, wow.
Already. July 21st or July 19th.
3 years. Wow. I don't know why. I thought you had been here a longer time than that.
No, man. Just barely 3 years.
And so your journey this 3 years?
It's been great.
Yeah.
Different than what I was doing. So it's a welcome change.
What do you enjoy the most about, I guess, being a municipal court judge with the city, with this transition, right? Formerly being with the district attorney's office with Hidalgo County, and now working in city government. I'm sure there's a change there.
The best part about what I do is when constituents come in with their citations, whether it be code, whatever it is, primarily traffic.
Do you fight with them just like you were fighting with this young boy this morning?
No, I don't fight with them. I just engage with them.
Yeah, that's important.
So you start talking to them. What do you do? And then when you see something is not totally right, you catch it and you say, wait a minute, that's not what you said earlier. So I mean, we do have that type of conversation. But what I really like is you get to know who they are, where they live, what they do for a living, how many kids they have, because I go into all that.
You really dig.
Yeah.
To find where they're coming from or their troubles or what's happening at home.
The young kids, what are you doing now? I'm not working right now. You're 20 years old.
Are you a judge of opportunities?
Yeah, I think so.
Give me an example.
I mean, nothing's going to be given to you.
No, absolutely not.
But if you want to work something out, obviously we're dealing with Class C misdemeanors, right? But again, other than traffic citation, nobody wants to have a prior arrest for public intoxication. So it's just a Class C. I know, but nobody wants to have that on their record. Nobody wants to have a disorderly conduct because you were fighting at a bar. If you want to have an opportunity to get those cleared, we'll give you that opportunity. But it requires some work on your part.
Right. So I'm sure you assign them some type of community service.
Yeah.
What type of a program is that, or what exactly does that entail?
Well, I mean, most of the time, all these traffic citations, all these infractions are money related. right? So, there's got to be a consequence for what you're, and I'm not immune to it. I've gotten tickets before. I've paid traffic tickets before. I paid tickets for running a yellow light or running a red light, as the officer called it, and I paid some money, but I try not to have it affect me. So they gave me the opportunity, and I get my ticket dismissed, but I still have to do something. In our court, we offer community service. We offer a payment plan if people can't pay, our economic situation here. So we offer them a plan where they can pay in months. They can come in and say, hey, something happened. I'm not going to be able to make it. And we'll talk to them. We'll give them an extension. The last thing we want to do is issue an arrest warrant.
What does your day consist of? Just,
On a typical day, like this morning, I haven't checked. But if we have anybody that's been arrested on Class A, B misdemeanors or felonies, we do have to magistrate them, talk to them, give them their rights, set bond or bail. That's what you see on TV. And if we do have that, we still have people walking in. We do have people that walk in. So if they want to see the court, they want to talk to Judge Martinez or myself, because there's two of us.
¿Cuál es el que me puede casar?
That too. We don't do that many. But you want to talk to the judge about your situation, about your home life. You're not working. You got kids. Your husband or your wife, your significant other just left you. You just got kicked out of your apartment. Anything that would help us decide, okay, what's the best thing for you at this point? Because it is a citation, but we know there's real life situations.
Right.
Okay.
You started your career at a very young age.
Yeah, I was 25.
Oh, that's pretty young.
Young. You got young kids getting out of law school, being lawyers at 22 now. With this dual enrollment.
That's right.
Man, they're out 22, 23.
Right. What was the biggest impact very early on in your career once you got, straight into the field?
How much we didn't know after you graduate, which I don't know.
I think that happens to everyone.
I think it happens to everyone.
Right.
But you think you come out of law school with a degree that you know everything, and you don't. You don't know the practicalities, the procedures, right? Doctors, maybe that's why they do their residency, but I think they're more hands-on. I can't talk about doctors, but definitely lawyers, right? You think or at least people's perception is, well, you must know it. No, we don't. There's so many different fields.
Just, I guess, grasping the real world and real life situations that were not really taught in books,
correct,
right?
Correct. And that's life. That's
absolutely.
Just life.
Any particular case that kind of stands out?
I think early on when I was a lot younger, I was doing some defense work. And I represented a young kid. And I say young, he must have been like 19, 20, who killed another kid.
How old were you when you were taking on this case?
At that point, I was 30, maybe 31.
Okay. Fairly young.
Yeah, fairly young man. Anyway, he got convicted. And he got sentenced to life. And I think about him. I'm thinking about him right now. He's out already. He's out.
How many years have gone by from this case?
Almost 40. No, let's see, 19. Let's say 1990, 91, 1990. 30 years. 30
years, and you still remember this case?
It was yesterday.
What was it? The age of the individuals that you were very young and taking this type of case?
Yeah. He was 20. The young man that passed was about 19. Young lady was involved, a little bit younger, maybe 18, 17. So it was one of those triangles that led to the death of somebody. And I think of all the cases that I've done in terms of prosecution or defense, that one still sticks out. It just sticks out on me.
And so I guess fast forward to today, you have a judge that has a lot more experience. Yeah. You've been exposed to different scenarios, different cases, but you're still learning.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. When I first got in here, one of the first things I learned was that maybe people don't know, because I didn't know. If you have an animal, particularly a dog, you have to register him with the city. And I said, say what? Yeah.
Say what?
You have to register him. Where? At 495 at the Public Utilities Office. It's a $10 fee. It's a nominal fee. But I could see how the city wants to know how many canines or how many animals they have in their city. But that's a violation. So when do people find that out? When your dog is loose and the dog catcher or the animal warden comes in and they give you a ticket for your dog is unleashed. You have the rabies? No. Is he registered? No. That's 3 citations.
So you're like, okay, new laws, new rules. Now working for city government. Welcome to the great city of Pharr.
So it requires a new learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Judge, so now you have 2 interns with you at municipal court.
Yes, sure we do. I'm going to have 2 more. They're there for 2 weeks. And they get an opportunity to come in and see what we do. What I'm doing with them is having them be with me during magistrations when people get arrested for more serious crimes. I let them sit in while I'm talking to Class C individuals because they also want to know, how do you decide what you're doing? I said, well, you're going to see how we do it, at least how I do it.
Well, thank you for being here. I know you're always awesome to talk to. Again, you always have a fun story to share. You always have great feedback. You're like a tío. You're like an uncle to everyone here in the city of Pharr, and it's just great working with you. And I guess just to wrap it up, what would be, that advice you would give your younger self if you would see the younger self standing in front of you right now?
Well, I think that I would, I was just talking to the interns about their position. I would think your time's going to fly. So think about what you're thinking about doing in the future. You're already there. You're already at the university. But even when you were in high school, think about what you want to do. And if there's an obstacle and you think, you know what, I don't think I can make it. I said, you can't be thinking like that. You can't lower yourself and feel that you are inferior or lesser than anybody else because they're not from the valley or they're from up north, or do you feel like you're more of inferior than anybody else. No, you're just like them. You just feel that way because you're not secure. You got to be more secure about yourself. And
so building that, self-esteem, that security, that confidence, that confidence.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it happens in anything, whether you be in business. It just so happens that the minority, and I'm talking minorities, Hispanics, right? But it could be any minority. It could be a female. You always feel like, maybe I'm not good enough. And it was like that when I was in law school. Maybe I'm not good enough. These guys are, and they got it more together than I do. That doesn't define who you are.
Well, thank you so much, Judge, for being here with us. If there's any information you need to push out to our residents, stop by, swing by, bring some donuts next time. Okay. And just, it's a platform for you. It's a platform for any city employee that wants to push out reminders, updates, anything that you need to share with our constituents.
Okay.
Well,
the court's open for them. Don't be afraid to come by.
Okay.
We're not going to arrest anybody that comes to the court.
So look at that camera and tell
we're not going to arrest anybody that comes into the court that may think you have an arrest warrant for a traffic citation. You come in, we discuss, we work something out. The warrant, we'll work it out.
Judge, it was awesome. Next time we have to be a little more spontaneous because I know you have some amazing stories. So next time, I promise it will be a lot more fun.
All right. It was fun today.
All right. Thank you, Judge. Judge Villescas, our Pharr Municipal Court Judge with the great city of Pharr. Thank you for joining us.
Press 1. For pharmacy, press 2. For tire and battery center,
You're still calling Sam's, Judge.
Press 4.
I want to see if the truck's ready, rotating the tires.
At Sam's?
Due to a heavy call volume at your local Sam's Club, you are being transferred to our centralized tire battery center.